Well, hello. I hope you all are having a super fantastic evening. It is Dineen's 12 days of Christmas, and the theme for this year is all about honoring yourself. Put it in the chat. I will honor myself. I will honor myself. So let me tell you why this is just so important to me, that this is our theme this year, the conversations we're going to have with so many amazing peoples. I can't believe that this is actually year 4 of Deneen's 12 days of Christmas. So I'm going to challenge you that this year coming up in 2024, we're going to do some more reading. Yes, we're going to do more coaching. Yes, we're going to do more group sessions. Yes, right. I am committed that the show up is going to be even more than it has been in years past. Look, you guys, happy holiday season. Thank you so much for being a part of this community for so many years. And again, this is year 4 of Denise's 12 Days of Christmas. So let me tell you why the theme is so important to me this year. Put it in the chat. Honor yourself. Put it in the chat. Honor yourself. Well, I've been doing a lot of self-development training through Landmark and Brendan, Brashard, and so many other. Hey, everybody. Let me know who's out there, who's viewing in. And I've learned more and more as I age, more and more as I go after my dreams and aspirations. Hey, Sissy, how are you? So happy that you are here. Okay, Facebook user, I don't know why they're not showing me your name. Maybe you need to give them permission to show your name. But I want to know who you are. Just tell me who you are. That's right. Honor yourself. Tiki T. I don't even know why they be playing you so hard to the left. You got to give StreamYard permission so I can see your name when you're up here inside of this space. But I want you to get why honor yourself is so important. When I look back over not just my training this year, my life decisions, things that I've been through, I've always had a challenge on honoring myself. Put it in the chat. I need to honor myself. You know, when I was younger, I had a challenge in honoring myself when it came to dating people. So for those of you who are looking to find love, to be in a relationship, you know, and when I was younger, it was something that I really wanted and I desired. And sometimes I played myself short. Put it in the chat. I played myself short. I did. Right? Whether it was getting myself involved with people who lied to me and told me they wasn't in relationships no more, or being involved in a love triangle thinking you're going to change their mind. Like, I just constantly always found myself in a situation where I was waiting for someone to choose me. Put it in the chat. I choose me. Put it in the chat. I choose me. I choose me. And what I want you to get, not just in dating, not just in your finances, not just in your career, that you have to honor yourself. I was on site this past weekend and there was some miscommunication about roles and what it was that we were supposed to be doing. And I got into a situation where I felt like people were pressing my buttons, right? So when you don't have your buttons flat, they're sticking up, meaning there's issues or things that you haven't gotten complete. Like, I have this thing about, if I ask you for help or if I come to you for help and you tell me no when I come to you for help, you can't come back. You can't come back and tell me you want to help me. And that was a situation this weekend where there was some miscommunication about me helping versus someone helping me. And then also waiting, or someone saying you got to go do something yourself, and then later on wanted to offer me help. So for my hangups, past triggers, you can't come to me later after you told me no, you didn't want to help me, to come back and try to help me. Anybody guilty of that? Anybody have some of that going on? And for people that know me, they understand that, right? And I really do believe your no should be a no. Like, there's no problem with saying no. But a lot of times we find ourselves saying no because we're ego tripping. Because we may be, okay, LaShawn said yes, you get one chance. Absolutely. You get one chance to be on Team Dineen. That's all I'm saying. You get one chance to be on Team Dineen. And this is just me. I'm being straight with you. We're going to keep it flat for the 12 days of Christmas. No sugarcoating, no lying, no covering up. I am sharing myself with you. So it takes a lot for me to ask. Absolutely. And it takes a lot for most people to ask for help. So when someone comes to you and asks for help, is not the time for you to power trip, okay? Or to tell them, or to toot your own horn, or to tell them how they wasn't able to handle something. Like, no, no. Extend grace and mercy, extend your helping hand to people when they are in need, and when they humble themselves and ask you for help. Don't shoot them down. Can you promise to do that in 2024? When people ask me for help, when they humble themselves and they come to me, I will not shoot them down. And don't go running off your qualifications. Don't go telling people how good you are and how long you've been doing stuff. I talked to you guys a couple of weeks ago during Thanksgiving that, your problem with me has nothing to do with me. Put it in the chat. The problem that you got with me don't have nothing to do with me. The problem that you have with me don't have nothing to do with me, right? And I got, like, while I was on site, that I was being triggered from some past trauma that I had about not receiving help, or feeling like people wasn't supporting me or stepping up to the plate to help me in my time of need. Anybody here, right? Do you remember what that incident was that happened to you that caused you not to want to ask people for help, or to feel bad that you asked someone for help and they turned you down and they didn't want to help you? Like, even today, I was talking to some of my fellow coaches that I'm in community with, and some people are not able to help you when you need it. And before I get in my head to make up a story, because that's all it is, it's a story about why they can't help me, why they said no, why they're not available, I had to talk myself into accepting, no, their no is just a no. It doesn't mean anything. Don't add no stories to it. And when we do training together, definitely in Landmark, as a introduction leader, we talk about your stories and what you believe happened, right? I think I shared maybe in this community before about how I really truly believe that my mom favored my sister over me. Yes, their relationship was different, but it wasn't about favoritism, right? They spent a lot more time together. I was more outgoing. My sister was more reserved. She was in the house a lot. I was gone a lot. Of course, that gave them time to build a closer relationship. I didn't have as close of a relationship, but it had nothing to do with her love for me. Do you get that? And it's the same thing for maybe people in your life. You got to really think about what happened, and then the story that you're making up about what happened. What happened was, I was an extrovert. She was an introvert. She stayed in the house. I went outside. My mom was in the house just like anybody else, and anybody that have children today. And I would say the same thing. If I had a child that was in the house all the time, that was an introvert and needed, I don't know what, anything, I would definitely be spending time with them to encourage them, to give them confidence and courage to go out and to be more outgoing. That's all that happened. That's it. That's the real thing that happened. There was nothing else, no stories that I made up, right? So listen, I had to get that. The reason why I don't allow people but one time to get to help me or to get close to me is because of the pain and the trauma that I suffered sometime long ago. And then whenever somebody tells me no, they can't help me, I make up some story about why they can't help me, instead of allowing their no to be a no and allowing their yes to be a yes. So here it is about honoring yourself before time continues to get away from us with day one. So this is the reason why I wanted to pick this theme for the 12 days of Christmas. So all week long, we're going to have conversations from different people about honoring yourself in different areas of your life, whether it's relationship, whether it's your finances, whether it's your career, whether it's your health and your body. Come through somebody to help me, whether it's your mental health, whether it's your spiritual health. Like, tomorrow is our last day of silence before the new year. So we're being silent from 2 to 6, and then we're getting on Zoom at 6 o'clock. Email will be coming out after this broadcast. So listen, I need you to think about right now, what areas of life do you feel like you're not honoring yourself in? I would say for me, I definitely have to do better with my health. Like, I'm still working on it. I'm not going to ever give up on working on my health, right? It's just an area that needs my time and attention. It needs my effort and it needs my time. And I'm going to continue to give it to it until my health looks the way I want it to look. Put this in the chat. I will not give up. Put this in the chat. I will not give up. Do not give up. I don't care how frustrating it is. I don't care how many times you fall, because remember, failure has nothing to do with you. Put that in the chat. Failure has nothing to do with me. Failure only exists in language. Put that in the chat. Failure only exists in language. Okay, LaShawn says sleep, health, intimate relationships. Yeah. And don't ever give up. See, here's the thing too, that sometimes we fail to talk about. When you have set a goal in your life to improve a particular area, and you pray about it and you're doing work and you know that you're training yourself, you know that you're building a muscle. We already know my favorite saying, I need a shirt. It takes effort and it takes time. One, it takes effort and it takes time, right? There's things in our life that we really can do quickly. Like we can do it. I mean, I know that I could get my health together in six to 8 months. I know I can be down to the size that I want to be. I know that this can happen. I know that this can happen because it has happened, right? But in order for it to happen, guess what needs to be worked on first? Is it my physical body that you think needs to be worked on first? No, it's my mind. It's my mind. Until I decide to do the things that's required of me to have the health that I want, I won't have it. But it takes effort and it takes time. That means it takes accountability. It takes having conversation. It takes keeping in front of me my goals. It takes me talking to myself and saying and myself why this is important. Why do I want to have longevity in my life? Why do I want to be a healthy human being? Why do I want to wear the clothes that I want to wear? Right? It's all the things. Like, don't leave that out. You want to feel good when you put your clothes on. You want your clothes to fit comfortable when you put them on. You want to look good when you put your clothes on. You want to look good when you step out the house. You want to feel good about yourself. And when you go to the doctor, you also want good labs, right? We want good lab reports. See, those are all great reasons on why you should want to be healthy. But when you have more reasons than you have results, you know you got to put the mind work in, because you know all the things to do. You know all the reasons why it will help you win. You know enough to get it done. Put it in the chat. I know enough to get it done, because it's not in the knowing and it's not in the doing. Put it in the chat. It's not in the knowing and it's not in the doing. How many of us know that procrastination isn't good? Put it in the chat. Procrastination ain't good. You know that procrastination holds you back from reaching your goals, right? We get that. But then how many of us procrastinate every day? Procrastinate on something. I procrastinate on something every day. Whether, I don't care what it is, whether it's going out for a walk, whether it's making my meal, whether it's putting some clothes in the washing machine. Like, I'm doing all those things. I've been traveling like a crazy person. You think it ain't housework that needs to be done? Of course there is. You don't think I've been washing clothes all day? Of course I have. You don't think I've been with my children, going to the store, getting food? Of course I have. You don't think I've been sitting here at this desk preparing for this conversation tonight, preparing for the week, getting promos done, doing graphics? Of course I have, right? So you know enough. Like, you know enough. Just put it in the chat. I know enough, but it's not in the knowing. And here's the thing, what we jump to, well, you got to do this, you got to do that. Now, don't get me wrong. The world of performance is the only place that it resides. You know, where the money resides, where the money resides, where the money resides. Okay. So results resides in the world of performance. Okay. That's where results reside, So you got to do things, but the doing is not where it starts. Put this in the chat. It's in the being. And for those of you who have never enrolled in Becoming the Change, you need to in 2024. If you don't get that it's in the being and you keep trying to do stuff to get to point A to point B, until you become the person that will do the things that you know that you need to do, you will not, put it in the chat, I ain't gonna have it. You will not have it. It's in the being. It's in the being. Meaning whatever that goal is. Okay, so LaShawn, I'm gonna go back to your top one. Sleep. Number one is sleep. Sleep is so important to your health. When I had my health consultant, it was the first thing that we worked on that he drilled in. You got to get 8 hours of sleep. You got to go to bed. You got to go to bed the same time every night and get up the same time every morning. Why? Because your body is a machine. Put it in the chat. My body is a machine. So, LaShawn, you have to focus on who is it that I need to become that'll go to bed at night. And see, the being that person will give you all the action items to get the results. It'll give you all the doing. The being starts first. So if you had to describe the person that you would need to become to get sleep at night, put that in the chat, LaShawn, for me. Just think about it and then put it in the chat. Who would you need to become to be a person to go to bed at night? And put that inside the chat. And when you get that, honoring that person that you create, because you can create a new person anytime you want. If you don't like something that's happening in your life, you don't like who you are right now, you don't like your job, you don't like your relationships, you don't like your home, there's a particular person you can become to make these things change. But until you become that person, no change. And I know that makes it discipline about my schedule. So discipline, that's one thing. What else? Who else would you need to become? So first, you would need to become more disciplined. What else? Or who else? Who else would you have to be? If you're developing yourself to become, because you're saying discipline about my schedule, but it's going to take way more than just your schedule to go to bed at night. So you just have to become disciplined. Give me something else. You are not having it to. Hey, Dineen, I need to talk to you. Okay, who is that? Is that still you, TKT? Because you know Facebook won't let you be great. Regimented. Okay. Regimented. Okay. So that's like structure. Okay. What else? Regimented. Hey, Missy. Hi. How are you? I miss you. Okay. So listen. So you have one more. Give me one more thing, LaShawn. So discipline, regimented. What else? Like, who else would you need to become? Because see, until we get that, like, you gotta get it's in the being. Put it in the chat. It's in the being. Put it in the chat. It's in the being. Until you get it, you're gonna keep trying to do stuff, and doing don't make it so. Doing doesn't make it so. Who is a person that you admire in life? Like, I really admire Michelle Obama. Like, I think she a G. I really do. I really, really, really do. I think she is a G. Give me something else, LaShawn. One more thing. So you're going to be regimented, disciplined, and you're going to become what? Regimented, disciplined, it's in the being. Absolutely. And I just think about who she had to develop herself to become in order to have like the book Becoming, right? And there's so many things that we learned about her in that documentary and also in the book. One, she had to be a person that she said, I'm thinking, okay, that allowed herself to be coached. Because remember when she was on the trail at first, she would say stuff and the media would take stuff and use it against her. Like they would twist her words, right? We don't remember her before she said, when they go low, we go high. But there was a Michelle Obama that was on the trail with Barack, that would say things and the media would twist them and use them against her. But she had to be coachable on how to form her words, her language, to get the results that she was looking for. She had to become coachable. And some of you out there that's listening right now, you need to become coachable. That you actually allow someone else to pour into your life and give you guidance in an area that you want success in. You need to become coachable. Right? So this whole week, for the 12 days of Christmas, we're going to honor ourselves. Put in the chat some other people. What area of life do you need to honor that you're not honoring? I just want to hear. Because 2024 cannot be like 2023. We don't even want it to be like 2023, even the great things, right? We are human beings and we want to evolve. We want to expand. Like, I know I want to expand. I know I want to do more in my business. I want to do more as a consultant in events. Like, I want to do more in Southside, everywhere. Like, I want to expand. I want to expand, right? There's more things that I want to take on. And in order for me to do that, I got to become someone else. And I can't be complaining about being tired. And I can't be complaining about overwhelmed. We may experience spurts of that, but there's always a resolution and a solution to what it is that you're going through that you don't want to experience. And me would be becoming someone that delegate, becoming someone that allow people in to help, becoming open, becoming trusting, becoming less controlling, becoming free-hearted, becoming vulnerable. Okay, she said, I'm thinking committed. Okay. So, LaShawn, you know that you need to become more committed, regimented, and disciplined in order for you to get the sleep that you need. And I promise you, the way being would help you with all the other things that's on your list. Being committed, disciplined, and regimented will help you. Let me see what the rest of the stuff. Health. Now, wouldn't discipline, being commitment, and regimented help you with your health? Yes. Wouldn't discipline, regimented, and committed help you with your intimate relationships? See, the being, the becoming will help you in every area of your life. See, whatever that thing is, whatever it is, because see, whatever it is that you're not doing right now, who you're not being right now, shows up in your life in every system. It shows up in your mental system. It shows up in your emotional system. It shows up in your physical system, and it shows up in your spiritual system. So if you look at your spirituality, LaShawn, since you shared, I promise you, if you were disciplined, regimented, and committed, your spiritual life would be better. And it's the same thing for all of you who are listening. Whatever is missing in every area of your life. And all you got to do is sit down and think about whatever that top thing is. And I don't understand why you guys not putting nothing inside the chat. Now, y'all here listening to me, either y'all, okay, now y'all starting to drop off. Now, don't get scared when the coaching start, because this is what you're here for. So listen, I'm going to go ahead and drop inside the chat because it's all about honoring yourself this week. I'm going to drop inside the chat the link for the Register to Win, because y'all know I give stuff away during the 12 days of Christmas. What would the 12 days of Christmas be if we didn't give away stuff? So I know that I want to spend more time with people. And in order for me to spend more time with people, I have to give people opportunity to spend time with me. So here is the link. I am giving away tonight, for those of you who register, a free 1-hour session. And we're going to work a coaching session. And we're going to work on whatever it is that you want to work on. There's the link. Press it, click it, and register. You got to be in it to win it. You got to be in it to win it. Register a one-on-one coaching. We're going to get down to at least one of the items on your list. And we're going to get to who you need to become. Because without it, you won't get what you're looking for. So as we continue to be on this journey together and creating the life that we want to live while there's still time, I want you to commit to, number one, being here every day at 8:00 p.m. It's the 12 days of Christmas. For those of you who have time tomorrow, join us for the last day of silence that we will be having this year. I'm going to drop that also inside of the chat. I think it's important for me to make sure that you have that opportunity. If you want to come, if you never experienced a day of silence before, read the instructions, check it out. It's just, we're going to be quiet from 2 to 6 tomorrow after we go to worship, after we run a couple of errands from 2 to 6. It's us and our thoughts. And we're jotting them down on paper. I got a workbook that you could grab. And then you're going to join me at 6 o'clock and we're going to talk about it. I normally ask for you to focus on the scripture, something that you want answers to, maybe that you've even been praying about. And then I want you to sit in silence and wait for answers. And whatever comes up for you, you write it down and we talk about it. So I want you to join for that. It's no cost. It's free and open to the public. You can share this link with how many other people you want. They could get the workbook. They could come to the Zoom. They can not come to the Zoom. But it's an opportunity for us to be silent and to listen, because we do a lot of praying and a lot of talking, but we don't do a lot of listening. So listen, one-on-one coaching is the gift today. We're going to do some more reading. So I'm going to give away some books this week. I might even give away a program. I don't know. That's a biggie. I might give away a program. I'm not sure yet. So look, register to win, opportunity for one-on-one coaching. I'm going to put that in the chat one more time. You got to be in it to win it. It's the 12 days of Christmas. Missy, text me, get on my calendar or register for the one-on-one coaching. I don't know. But you know how to reach me when you need me, Missy. So I'll be looking for you to reach out to me. Look, I love you guys. It's the Dineen 12 Days of Christmas. Register to win. And also join me tomorrow. Join me tomorrow for the 12 Days of Christmas. For the 12 Days of Christmas at 8 o'clock. But we're also doing the Day of Silence. And it's just an opportunity for us to get quiet, to wait for answers, to pray for answers, and to write some things down, to just purge some things out. So you don't listen to anything, don't talk to anybody, don't look at anything. So no TV, no talking, no listening, no reading. All you're doing is writing. You're pouring out. You're pouring out. And when you pour out, answers come. When you make room and space, get out the clutter, get out the questions, get out the thoughts that's running you, and you pour out and you just write it down. If something comes you want to remember, just pour it all out. You got it? All right. Always looking forward to serving you. Dineen, 12 Days of Christmas. The gift for tonight is a one-on-one session, 1 hour. You get an hour and we're going to be in communication. Good luck to those of you who would like that opportunity. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is all about transparent parenting. We will have my sister Frances Dragon on, and she will give you tips on how to be a transparent parent. While you are parenting your young people, you want to make sure that you're open enough and you position yourself in enough so you can honor that relationship, that gift that God has given you, which is motherhood or fatherhood. And you want to be the most effective, open parent as you can be, as transparent. You don't want to lie to your children. You don't want to create stories. You want to be there for them. This world is very challenging. The conversations that they're having in school, you wouldn't even believe. Even some of the things that my daughter said to me today, I couldn't believe that they're having these conversations. But you want them to be open and comfortable enough to talk to you about anything. So tomorrow, for all my parents, tell all the parents, be here, 8 o'clock p.m. is all about transparent parenting. Frances Dragon will be talking about that, giving you guys some tips. And of course, we'll have another gift tomorrow. But tonight, register to win, one-on-one coaching session with me. Let's go ahead. Let's get ready for 2024 because it's going to be dynamic. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.